Hi, it's Greg from GD Acu Yoga again. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today, just a quick chat about how Chinese medicine works to create a healthy digestive system. This is something which I discuss a lot in my clinic and in my yoga classes, and I've had a lot of positive feedback before with this particular story that I like to tell, so I thought I may as well put it together in a YouTube video for you all. Interestingly, in Chinese medicine, creating a healthy digestive system is much more about balance as it is having set rules which you need to follow 24/7. What really appeals to me is when you're looking at your digestive system in terms of balance, it takes into account where you are in that present moment. For example, you might go through a period in your life where you are intolerant to a certain food. This could be for genetic reasons, for environmental reasons, or because you have a health condition, as well as many other factors. But if you go through that particular stage with one set of rules or dietary guidelines and they are successful, that's fantastic. But guess what? Around the corner in a couple more years, those exact guidelines may not work for you anymore. So that's where it becomes a little bit confusing because we start to get frustrated. Hang on, I used to be able to eat that. Now I can't eat that. Now I have to eat this. With Chinese medicine, what I really like, even though it can be a little bit complicated, the basic theory is simple. If we are too hot, we want to cool it down. If we are too cold, we want to warm it up. But I'm going to go one step further today and give you an exact, analogy or scenario to play out to make sense of your digestive system in terms of thermodynamics, or the temperature in which we want our digestive system to operate at. Essentially, it's important to remember that blood flows when it's warm. If you imagine a piece of steak being frozen, obviously that blood is not going to flow. It won't drip on the floor. But likewise, it's extremely hard to move or to mold that tissue. It's frozen solid. That gives you an idea about blood flow in the body, because remember, our body is essentially the same tissue. So now let's talk about a joint which is designed to move, particularly the ankle joint. If you have an injury to your ankle, you might place ice on your ankle. And you're doing that because you want to limit blood flow to reduce swelling. Even though these days, this exact treatment is a little bit debatable in terms of its efficacy, the fact is, as you create that icy cold temperature, the blood vessels contract and the blood stops flowing. So that's something which you are applying topically to your muscles and your skin on a joint to limit the movement. But hang on, what happens inside us when we have icy food or cold food? Because our digestive system also requires muscular contraction, we call it peristalsis, to move food along. What happens if we eat icy cold food on a regular basis? Do we get that vasoconstriction, or the blood vessels closing up? Do we limit the blood flow? Absolutely. Now, this isn't bad news. Don't worry, you can't eliminate icy cold foods forever. But it's important just to have the awareness, because again, you need to look at your digestive system in terms of balance. If you wake up in the morning and the first thing you have is maybe an acai bowl, which I absolutely love, remember, it's just like icing your ankle. You can't put 20 minutes of ice on your ankle and then jump straight on the treadmill. You're not going to have any flexibility through the joint or through the muscles, and it very well could snap. Plus, it's not going to feel very nice. So if you wake up in the morning and you need to get your metabolism going, you want to get your digestive system going, probably you want to warm it up. It sounds too simple, but trust me, it's effective. And here's where it gets even more interesting. It doesn't even matter too much about the quality of nutrients, because you could be having an icy cold smoothie with the most amazing organic nutrients and additives, good additives that is, supplementary foods, superfoods in your smoothie. But if it's creating that icy cold contraction again, you're probably not going to feel too good. It could slow your digestion, cause you to feel a bit sluggish, slow your metabolism down. You might get bloated because your body is holding on, trying to warm up that food in order to actually increase the metabolic fire, we call it in Chinese medicine, or your metabolism essentially. So a great thing to do if you are going to eat icy food is just to warm yourself up first. Have warm water with a slice of lemon, or just have warm water straight. Remember that you need to have that blood flow to get the muscles pumping and your digestive system working. If you love icy foods like me, limit them to the warmer months of the year when your body is a little bit warmer anyway, or limit them to mid-morning or afternoon when you've been moving around and you've already got your blood flow. I hope that makes sense. So again, that's just a little bit of information on how we look at the thermodynamics or the temperature of food in Chinese medicine. Of course, you can visit an acupuncturist in order to look at more specific concerns with your digestive system, or a naturopath if you're looking for supplementation in order to balance out any deficiencies in terms of nutrients and supplements in your digestive system or your whole body. And don't forget to practice yoga, such as my Acu Yoga for Digestion class, to make your digestive system as balanced as it can be. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to comment below if you have any questions that I can answer, and click subscribe so you can keep up with all of my videos on GD Acu Yoga. Thanks.